Hello, everybody. It's me. It's Chad. Welcome back. I know it's been a minute, or if you want to be really pedantic about it, it's been about 87,600 minutes since the last time we recorded one of these. Um, I just want to touch base with y'all, make sure you're okay, let you know that I'm okay. It's been 2 months since the last time we did one of these vlogs. The world is still a garbage fire outside. Quite literally feels like one right now because it is hot as hell outside. That's why the air conditioner's on. I know it makes, the mic, the sound is no longer clean because of the air conditioning, but I'm not going to sit here and load and drip buckets of sweat on camera. Thank you for joining me. I know it's been 2 months. Not a lot has changed. I've lost some weight. I don't know if you can see it. My continued crusade against the diabetes diagnosis I have and getting myself in better shape mentally and physically continues. Down to 219 pounds this week. That's phenomenal. Upped my anxiety medicine dosage. I'm now taking 10 milligrams of Lexapro. Last time I took 10 milligrams of Lexapro, it had a pretty negative effect on me in the sense that it took out my depression and my anxiety, but it also took out happy and jovial and love and amusement and all that as well. Hopefully this time, I'm trying to remain positive that it does better for me this time because I'm in a better place. I almost said shape. I'm in a better place emotionally, mentally, and physically. I weigh less. My inner workings are working better. Thanks to the various medications I'm on. And I'm just overall, even though I'm on anxiety and depression medicine, I am in a better place mentally. So I'm hoping this time it works out. I'll obviously keep you posted. Other than that stuff, we did have a COVID scare this week in the family. I won't name names, for privacy's sake, but those of you that are close to me know who was tested. They tested negative. They're getting better. It appears to be just like a summer cold, I guess. God willing, they get better quickly and stay safe because, we've lived 4 months now with this pandemic, and I'd like to, have nobody I know or care about be sick. I mean, I'd go further and say I'd like nobody to be sick, but given the way things are being ran in this country, that's not going to fucking happen. During the last couple months, I've done the video game stuff. If you're seeing this video, there's a good chance you're aware of all the video game stuff we did. Finished Last of Us 2 a week or so ago. Loved it. Didn't love all of it. I think some of the divisiveness around it is dumb. I think some of the divisiveness around the opinion that it's too long is dumb because I happen to be in the camp that I think it is a little too long. The pacing gets a little off in the middle of the game. Like, the gameplay itself is fun, but the pacing of the story gets a little off, gets a little long. And they blow right past a couple really good logical endpoints. And but the story they tell overall is phenomenal. I love that it's about it's a game where things don't end the way you want them to, and for good reason. It's one of those things that, like when you watch a horror movie and someone is going into that dark basement because they heard a noise, that's a terrible idea. You know what that character is doing is stupid and not for their own benefit and all that stuff. But it has to happen to advance the plot. Like, the horror movie ends immediately if they don't go down into the basement, right? It's like when I played Resident Evil 7 years ago. Before I even set foot in the house, I was ready to turn around and walk out, and that would have ended the game. And right there's your story. Like that. It's not as compelling a story. The game's over if you do that. So there are things that happen in Last of Us 2 that are going to upset you. They're going to make you angry. There's lots to be said about the rose-colored glasses that everyone looks at Joel with in the story. Some of the stuff that, like the death threats and stuff that Laura Bailey has gotten over Joel, really dumb. Especially when you look back at the first game and realize what a son of a bitch Joel was in that first game. Granted, like, no place for death threats at all. You know, you're allowed to be unhappy about what happened in the plot of The Last of Us Part 2. You're not allowed to send death threats to anyone. I don't care if it's the people that wrote the game, the people that made the game, the people that did the voice acting in the game. Stop fucking sending death threats. That shit's ridiculous. Get help. I obviously advocate for mental health. Go get yourself some help. Get yourself some fucking joy in a bottle. Get yourself a happy pill. Get yourself someone to talk to. Stop sending death threats, you assholes. Very excited about Ghost of Tsushima coming up. If I could do some self-promotion, I'm very excited to stream Fallout 76 tonight for the first time ever. It's now on Game Pass. It's a game that people love or hate. There doesn't seem to be any middle ground. I want to try it for myself, and now that it's on Game Pass, I absolutely can. Also very excited to do a live Polynerdic playtest of Crosscode, a action RPG game that came to Game Pass this week. Today, as a matter of fact. You can find that starting around 6 o'clock, 6:30 on twitch.tv/Polynerdic. I'll put the link below. We are pushing hard to get affiliate status. In the last 2 months, since the last time we did one of these videos to today, we've seen a doubling of our channel, follower-wise. And we're this close, viewership-wise, of being an affiliate. If you don't know what affiliate means, it's the step to partner. As an affiliate, you can get ad revenue, you can get subscriptions, you can get tips as you stream. You can't get any of that where I'm at now. And it's obviously a step towards partner, which is an even bigger deal. I would love for this little hobby to be self-sufficient in the smallest of ways, you know? Like, if I can get $10 a month, that's $10 a month that I don't have to take out of pocket to do this. So that's what we're angling for. That's partly why we stopped the Polynerdic viewing parties that we were doing on Thursday nights. We might revisit them on weekends. That was like a 1, 2, 3 punch thing of I kept having internet issues, so I couldn't stream at all, let alone watch a movie with y'all. Then the other thing was Amazon Prime took a lot of the movies I was wanting to stream on a viewing party. For Polynerdic viewing parties, we're using the watch party function to watch a movie and, you know, commentate on what was going on and, you know, have a live chat for those of you that missed them. And they would get some views, but they didn't count towards affiliate, which is the third reason why I'm not doing it tonight. I'm doing regular video game streams because they didn't count towards the viewership. So if I had 5 people on every one of those viewing parties, none of that counted towards moving me towards affiliate and partner. And then the second one, to backtrack, I'm doing again, no script, just off the top of my head. A lot of the movies I selected are no longer on Prime already, and I don't know how Amazon Prime does it. Like, I know with Netflix stuff comes, and sometimes it's there a month, 2, 3, 4, 6 before it disappears. Amazon Prime, it seems to show up and then disappear overnight. Like, there are movies that I only recently became aware of being on Amazon Prime that are gone already. And about half of the movies I had selected seem to have been gone. One of the big ones is Nicolas Cage's Vampire's Kiss. That movie is fantastic. It's hilarious. I wanted to share it with y'all. Share it with an audience. And it's already gone. So we might do another one of those this weekend. They might be like semi-regular. I don't know. We were going to do Clue last week, but my internet was such dog shit that I couldn't do it. So that's why we're doing video games this week instead of a movie. And I think that covers it. Yeah, that's the self-promotion portion. And I'm sorry you heard that notification. I have my TV up too loud. The other thing I did in the last couple weeks that I wanted to share is I want to do some endorsements of some comic books. I got a stack of them here that I finished recently, and I just want to go through them. The first is Batman Damned. As you can see, it's like a bigger format book, hardcover. This is like a what-if story where Joker's been killed and Batman's mortally wounded. Batman doesn't know what's going on. He's kind of got a bit of amnesia about it, and then like characters from the Justice League Dark universe show up in it: Constantine, Swamp Thing, Zatanna, Dead Man, and they're all central to the story. I don't believe it's canon. I also think it was the story that famously got a bunch of attention because you could see Batman's dick in it. So the bat penis was displayed in the original book. They have since censored it, so it's not in that book. For those of you that are scared of such things, male nudity does not exist in the book, so you don't have to worry about seeing the Wayne Wang. The next one, The Batman Who Laughs. It is the follow-up to the Dark Knight's Metal series, written by Scott Snyder. Doesn't have Greg Capullo as the artist, but Jock does a good job. I'm not going to shit on Jock's work. I would have preferred Capullo, because Snyder and Capullo together are my favorite writer-artist pair on a Batman book. Which brings me to, well, before we move on to the next one, Batman Who Laughs is the Batman who, in his universe, was exposed to the Joker toxin. So he's Batman and Joker, or a Joker-fied Batman, if that's how you prefer to look at it. In that book, he also has another alternate universe Batman called the Grim Knight, who is essentially the Punisher as Batman. I know the Punisher's Marvel, don't get in a tizzy. But it's a fully armed up Batman. It's a Batman with sniper rifles and machine guns and assault rifles all over him. A Batman who will not hesitate to shoot a fool. And that's kind of his angle in the book, is that he's a Batman who doesn't have any supervillains because he's killed them all. The next book, Last Night on Earth, as you can tell, Capullo and Snyder, excuse me. This is another like alternate take on Batman in the sense that it's like a distant future, not so distant future, post-apocalyptic Batman story. I don't want to say any more about it than that. It is fantastic. It's touted as the last Batman story ever told. I couldn't put it down. Once I cracked it open, I just threw it. All of these books, by the way, I've read in one sitting. Not all of them together, but each one of them was a single sitting. And then the last one is not a Batman story. It's a Captain America story. Empire Building. Written by Nick Spencer. This is the third volume in the arc where Captain America is revealed to be a Hydra agent. And I, like so many other nerds in the world, raged at that concept when it was announced. Said, there's no way Steve Rogers is a Hydra agent. That's bullshit. It's not bullshit. They do a really good job with that story. It is phenomenal. That's the third volume of it. I think the next volume of it is the Secret Empire arc. I haven't got my hands on that yet, but I look forward to that. And then I've also read a little bit of volume 3 of Lock and Key. I haven't finished it yet, and I've dabbled a little bit in the final book of The Witcher, The Lady in the Lake. That's about the stuff I've been reading. I wish more had gone on. I really do. But the last time we did one of these videos, let me see what the actual subject was. The last time we did one of these, it was, Are You the Asshole? Which was a 12-minute rant about a Am I the Asshole post I found online. And then the one before that was about the pandemic, and the one before that was about just being excited for the weekend. And then the one before that was a rant. So while I wish more had gone on, I'm also happy that this one isn't a hateful, angry rant. I'm not pissed off at the world right now about some stupid shit that's gone on. I've taken to just muting and blocking and unfriending people that want to come at me with bullshit about, wearing a mask, or is the pandemic a hoax, or, any of that stuff. Any sort of bullshit, I no longer engage with it. I just mute, unfollow, block, depending on which social media we're talking about, and I've been way better for it. It's amazing when you don't feed into that bullshit how good you feel. It makes me sad sometimes pushing that unfollow button or unfriend button or mute button or block button. I die a little bit. Breaks my heart. Because sometimes these are people that I've known for decades. Sometimes they're family. But when I see the idiocy, I pull the trigger. Because I already see enough idiocy without it coming from inside my circle. You know, there's already enough stupid out there that I don't need it in my circle. And over the last 2 months of doing this, I feel way better. It's a secret. I'm way happier about things, like about that stuff. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you and say I'm happy, because bullshit. That's a fucking lie. My nose would be out here. I am going through a pretty significant depressive episode right now. Hence what we talked about earlier with the increased Lexapro dosage. But I'm trying to churn out content, trying to just make it through the day, trying to survive to another day so I can experience another thing and share it with you. And that's as bleak as I want to get. You know, I'm still doing a weekly podcast. I'm still doing several times a week live streams of video games. I'm still writing stuff as often as possible, even if it's just the podcast. I still consider that writing. Just trying to live life as best I can right now. And this week was a rougher week than most, but it's also not something I want to feed. You're right. You know. So I've been babbling at you for about 16 minutes now. I think that's enough. Most of you have probably already turned the video off. If you haven't, make sure you check out PolyNerdic on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Reddit. We don't have a subreddit yet, but we're close to being able to apply for one, I think. But we do have a Reddit account that you can follow as well. As soon as we get the subreddit, I'll let you know about that. We have polynerdic.com, live video stuff on Twitch, twitch.tv/polynerdic. Archive stuff, this vlog, clips and highlights, anything that's not a full live playthrough. Well, anything that's not live, because sometimes the full playthrough does go up on YouTube, but anything that's not live will be on YouTube. So find PolyNerdic there. We have polynerdic.com, the fledgling website that I'm trying to get off the ground. And to that end, if you want to donate more than just your eyeballs and your time, we have a Patreon for pledges, and we have a Coffee account for one-time donations. You can find all of that on polynerdic.com. There's a Support Us and an About Us. You find About Us has all the social stuff. Support Us has the financial stuff. Thank you for watching. This will go up live on an OrNERDnary Life on WordPress, but it goes up on the PolyNerdic YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. That's going to do it for me. I will be back later tonight once we've put groceries away and had dinner. I'll be back with live streams. Hope to see you there.